Hi, my name is Dr. Lauren Costine and welcome to my video blogs. Today I want to talk about this idea called taking the red pill. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Well, many of you may know of the movie called The Matrix. So there is now an analogy out there in the psychological world that comes from that movie. There is a part in that movie where Neo is given an opportunity when he meets this group of people that are going to take him out of the Matrix to either take the red pill or the blue pill. If he takes the red pill, he's going to be taken out of the delusion of the Matrix and he's going to go into what's called reality. Or he can take the blue pill and he can go back into his cocoon and back into the illusion of the Matrix and stay asleep. So what does that actually mean? What does that actually symbolize? It actually symbolizes the concept of waking up. So what do I mean by waking up? Well, most of us are pretty unconscious in this life. And it usually takes some sort of tragedy or difficulty with something, like battling with an addiction, for instance. And when we have to battle with an addiction and then we're able to get sober, that is often considered taking the red pill, because when you do get sober, if you really get sober and you really get into recovery and you really deal with the reasons why you were using in the first place, there is a waking up process that occurs. You become a conscious person from being an unconscious person. When we're using or when we're acting out in other ways and addictions, or we just haven't had a reason to actually become a more conscious person and we can kind of live in a delusional world, we have not woken up. So in that movie, if you all have seen it, you'll remember this part where when he does take the red pill, he goes down this chute, he goes back, he leaves the cocoon, he leaves this beautiful matrix, and he goes into this ship, and it's pretty cold, and the food's terrible, and like everyone's kind of, fighting these evil forces. And that is another part of this analogy, in that when we do first wake up, like say when we first get sober or we first are dealing with an addiction, life is pretty hard. We're starting to feel our feelings. You may feel a lot of anxiety or depression or, sadness, or, you start feeling things that you've been numbing for all these years. So that is another concept, that they are also dealing with reality, which isn't so easy in the beginning of waking up. But anyway, what's really, really important to take away from this idea is that if you have been one of the lucky ones, where you have been forced to deal with something that's pretty difficult, and it allows you this opportunity to become really conscious and find out who you really are and stop living in delusion and illusion, then you have taken the red pill. And I say welcome.